U.S. government has begun to work with U.S. Congress in ensuring total decoupling from China. They want to ensure that no U.S. company is making further investment in China. But as soon as this idea was conceived, Elon Musk quickly announced Tesla will be building battery plant in China, and it's one of the biggest battery plant in the country. This is a blow to the plan, but they want to ensure China's economy is brought to its knees. They want to ensure the end of China as the best destination for investment. But is this possible? Can the West unilaterally stop all investment to China? Can they stop investors from the West? All these we shall find out together in this revealing topic. Stay with us to the end and find out how this is done by the West. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. The proposal by the Biden administration to sanction outbound investments to China, particularly focusing on private technology deals, marks a significant shift in U.S. policy towards economic engagement with China. This move signals a broader strategy to recalibrate the U.S.-China economic relationship, emphasizing national security and economic sovereignty. Congress has been instrumental in this pivot, as evidenced by a landmark report released by a bipartisan House committee. This report calls for a reset in the U.S.-China economic relationship and advocates for more comprehensive investment restrictions. The committee acknowledges President Biden's executive order as a crucial initial step, however. Arguably, it criticizes the order for its narrowly defined restricted technology and the exceptions allowed for passive public equity investments, including those made through exchange-traded funds (ETFs). Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. One of the most striking recommendations from the committee is the proposed legislation requiring private equity firms and employee retirement plans governed by ERISA Employee Retirement Income Security Act of 1974 to disclose ongoing investments in companies based in or controlled by foreign adversaries. This legislation would effectively curtail further U.S. private equity investments in China-based companies. Additionally, the committee urges Congress to consider halting all new investments in these entities and to encourage the swift divestment from existing investments in Chinese companies, reallocating this capital to U.S. businesses instead. An intriguing question raised in this context is the rationale behind involving China in these investment dynamics in the first place. The committee's report suggests a radical approach, aligning the taxation of capital gains and dividends from investments in the People's Republic of China with the tax rates of American workers' salaries. They propose a one-year period for investors to divest from PRC entities, after which investments in the PRC would be taxed at the same rate as ordinary income. Concurrently, the report recommends deferring capital gains taxes for investments redirected towards strategic sectors and small businesses in the United States. This strategy extends beyond mere investment policies, potentially affecting global trade frameworks. The report's recommendations could herald the end of the World Trade Organization's current structure, especially considering its role in accelerating globalization since China's admission in 2001. There's a suggestion for like-minded countries to form a new multilateral organization that would exclude non-market economies, especially if China's economic governance remains incompatible with WTO standards. This proposal, as noted by Axios China's Bethany Allen Ibrahimian, underscores a growing consensus among U.S. policymakers for a more assertive stance against China's economic practices. Overall, these developments reflect a significant shift in U.S. policy, moving away from economic interdependence with China towards a stance that prioritizes national security and economic sovereignty. The implications of these changes are vast, not just for U.S.-China relations, but for the global economic and geopolitical landscape. The implications of this seismic shift in U.S. policy towards China are multifaceted and profound. On the economic front, the move to restrict investments in China by U.S. entities represents a fundamental realignment of financial interests and strategies. For decades, U.S. investors and corporations have viewed China as a lucrative market and a critical component of a globalized supply chain. This perspective is now being reconsidered under the lens of national security and economic independence. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. In the realm of global finance, the repercussions of these policies will be far-reaching. U.S. private equity firms, which have traditionally been significant players in the Chinese market, will have to navigate a new landscape where their investments in China are not just financially risky, but also potentially non-compliant with U.S. law. This shift could lead to a substantial withdrawal of U.S. capital from China, impacting both U.S. investors and Chinese companies that have relied on foreign investments for growth and expansion. The focus on redirecting investments from China to strategic sectors and small businesses within the EU underscores a growing trend of economic nationalism. This trend prioritizes the strengthening of domestic industries and the protection of national economic interests over globalization. Such a strategy could lead to significant growth in sectors deemed strategic by the U.S. government, potentially altering the landscape of American industry and innovation. The proposed changes in taxation policies related to investments in China also reflect a broader reevaluation of the U.S. economic relationship with the PRC by aligning the tax rates of capital gains from Chinese investments with those of ordinary American income. The U.S. government is sending a clear message about its stance on economic dealings with China. This move can be seen as an effort to disincentivize U.S. investments in China and encourage a reorientation of financial resources back to the U.S. economy. Furthermore, the potential formation of a new multilateral organization excluding non-market economies, as suggested in the report, indicates a strategic pivot in global trade dynamics. This development could lead to the creation of new economic blocs, fundamentally altering the nature of international trade and cooperation. The exclusion of non-market economies from such an organization would not only isolate countries like China, but also redefine the rules and standards of global economic engagement. The policy's geopolitical implications are equally significant. The U.S. aggressive stance on investments in China is likely to strain the already tense relations between the two superpowers. China's response to these policies will be critical in shaping the future of U.S.-China relations. Beijing might retaliate with its own set of economic and political measures, potentially leading to a further escalation of tensions. This approach may influence other nations' policies towards China, as the U.S. leads the way in redefining its economic relationship with China. Other countries, particularly those in the European Union and Asia, may follow suit, leading to a more fragmented and polarized global economic landscape. The Biden administration's proposal, along with the congressional report, represents a fundamental shift in U.S. policy towards China. This shift has significant implications for global finance, trade, and geopolitics. The move away from economic interdependence towards a more nationalistic and security-focused stance will have profound effects on U.S. industries, the global economy, and the geopolitical balance of power. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.